Hello, Olight.
Hello.
Hey guys, Marshall from Going Gear. I have made a lot of videos about Olight products over the years, but I have never made a video at Olight or about Olight. So we are actually in China, courtesy of Olight right now, and we are at their offices, and we're going to do a tour of their offices. I'm going to show you some really neat things here. I know when I say a tour of offices, that doesn't sound very exciting, but they also do their engineering and their testing here, and they have some really cool equipment. I'm going to do a series of videos, so make sure to check out the other ones as well. We're going to take a look at their factory. We're going to take a look at an actual flashlight being assembled, a flashlight being made. So I think these are going to be a really cool series of videos. And again, thanks to Olight for bringing us out here so we can do this and meet with them. We're going to start walking through their offices and show you around. Here is their comprehensive administration department. This is their HR people. This is where their HR people sit. We're going to come back to this room. I want to show you this room. There's some neat stuff in here. There's a meeting in there right now, so we'll come back. This is the Olight Institute. So we were here for their 10th anniversary celebration, and this is where we had all our meetings with the other big distributors and some other people from the company. In here is where most of the workers sit. So we have sales, we have over 40 engineers, right? Over 40 engineers, a ton of engineers in there. There is some meeting rooms back there, the boss's office. Let's take a look back here. Here's the neat stuff. Let's go back here. That's Sonic. He's the chief engineer of Olight. He's responsible for all the genius products that they come out with. Let's keep on walking. Engineers everywhere. In here is the samples room. This is where they create all of the prototypes. So you've got a big team of engineers working with circuitry and LEDs and aluminum bodies, and you can see all the filtration systems they have to take the soldering air back out of here. But this is where, when we show prototypes and videos, this is where they actually make them. So you can see all the testing equipment. I think she's gonna walk around for a second and just show you what these guys are doing. I thought it was pretty interesting. They make a lot of these prototypes by hands. You can actually see them hand assembling circuit boards down there, which is pretty impressive. Of course, you know, when they're making these initial units, they're only making a very small number for display and for samples and for testing and for us distributors to show, so that they're not going to do production runs of these tens of thousands or thousands of circuit boards. So they make a very small number, mostly by hand. And this is where they do it. This is where they put together all of that stuff. Let's keep on walking. This is their fitness room. I like this half style of fitness. They have a pool table, a foosball table, got table tennis over there. But then they also have traditional fitness. The slogan for the 10th anniversary was "Keep fighting, stay healthy." Health is very important to the founder and owner of Olight, Fox. So he makes sure that his workers have exercise equipment, which is pretty cool. And when we were doing the 10th anniversary, there were people in here regularly taking breaks and using the equipment. So it's really nice to see a company that takes care of its employees in this way. And he takes care of them even further. Over here, they have a cafeteria where they provide lunch for them. So they gave us one of their traditional lunches. And I've got Jesse, my general manager, back here showing us how the coffee machine works that they bought just for us Westerners because they don't drink coffee, but we do. So it was really nice of them to be considerate. You getting that coffee machine figured out over there, Jesse? Working on it? So they have a cafeteria where they provide traditional Chinese lunch to their workers, and it was really good. We had it a couple days in a row. It was good food. Let's keep on walking. There's a meeting going on right here, right now, so I apologize for that, but this is their room showing the history of the company, all the different flashlights that they've done over the years. I thought this was really cool. You can walk through and see everything that they've done. over the years. All the Baton series lights, all the EOS I and A series, I think it's been over the years, the Warrior series, the SR series, the big ones, the throwers. So this was a really interesting room for me because at some point throughout the history of Going Gear, we've sold every single one of these. So it's like looking at a part of our history as well. So this room is the biggest reason I wanted to do this video here in the office. Again, people say, why would you want to see an office video? It's a bunch of workers and chairs and rooms and things like that. But I wanted to show you the prototype room. That's pretty cool. Show you around just to show you that they are really a company. We always get the question, hey, is Olight really a company? Do they really make their own product? Do they really have all their salespeople? And you can see, yeah, obviously they do. They make all their own stuff. They do their sales. They do their human resources and finance and everything else just like any other company. But this room is a room that's really neat. One of the most common questions that we get is, are the specifications that Olight and other manufacturers provide, are they accurate? Do they actually test them? Are they making them up? Are they just estimates? And I can't say for sure about other manufacturers other than the fact that they've sent me pictures and videos showing their equipment. But I can tell you, I've been here in person and we're about to show you that Olight really does have their own very nice testing equipment. And this is just the stuff that they have here in the office. They have even more at their factory just to test and make sure that when they say a light is IPX rated, that it really is. When they say it's 1,000 lumens, it really is. When they say it's impact rated, it really is. So we're gonna take a look at this equipment real quick. I'm actually gonna make a total separate video going over all of this in depth. So keep an eye out for that. I'll get it uploaded as soon as I can. But I just wanted to show you real quick all the different equipment that they have here at the office. I mean, if you've ever seen an integrating sphere before, this is how they test lumens and a lot of other stuff. They showed us how it worked a little while ago, and the amount of information that they could get is incredible. But an integrating sphere that's about this big is a few $1,000s. I actually looked at getting one because we always have people ask, hey, can you test accurate lumen numbers? And so I said, okay, I'll look at what an integrating sphere actually costs. So one about this big is $3,000 or $4,000. Look at how big this thing is. I can't imagine the expense of getting equipment like this. This whole thing opens up and shows everything, and it's all of this workstation. They have the water testing, they have temperature and humidity testing. There's the impact testing over there, and runtime testing. I don't remember what that thing over there is, but it does something. But we're gonna make a totally different video showing all of this stuff in depth because I think it's really neat. And again, we always get the question, do they actually really test this stuff? And we'll show you how they actually test this stuff. So that's it. That is your tour of the Olight office. Again, there's going to be a series of videos where we're going to show as much as possible about how flashlights are made and the back end of it and the sales and the testing and all of those different things. So keep an eye out for the rest of the videos. Thanks for watching.
Galopando casi vuelas y le clavó las rueditas pequeñas.
Are you recording? Is she recording? Are you recording?
Okay.
Is it...
1, 2, 3.
Okay. In here is the samples room. This is where they create a lot of the... Well, now I gotta start again. Stop. I'm gonna say, wait.
他们先，
Wait.
就是他们先说，他先说，你们再说，他先说，等他说完。
Hey guys, Marshall from Going Gear. No, let's start over. Let me think.